Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Ida. So today I'm gonna be cooking homemade pasta from scratch. I'm gonna show you two ways to cook it because there's the old school type way to cook it, which is where you sort of make a well and put the eggs in the middle and just stir it in. But there's also a quicker way to do it, which is to put it all in a blender, mix the blender up, and then just take it out. So you're gonna need eggs, you're gonna need flour, you're gonna need extra virgin olive oil, some salt and pepper. So the salt and pepper and the olive oil are all optional. You can of course make this pasta without adding those in, but I add those in because why not? Just stick with me through this video and I'll show you both ways to make the pasta. Alright, let's begin.
To come, check the rhythm with a sign. If you were off and the time came, I'd probably wait for you till all of my time was through. Cause to be away from you is something I couldn't do. You make me feel like a queen. I'll prepare your kingdom. With a man like you, many new things, it's true, cause no one loves me like you do. Pump the volume up, it's clear, we make tunes no one else can hear, in a world made up.
Okay, so that's the first way done, and with the first way, all you do is just whisk it and whisk the flour with it. I don't know if that was clear within the video. So all I did is just whisk the egg and whisk the flour within it as soon as the egg itself and the oil and all the mixture has been mixed, everything that I put in the middle. Mix it in and massage it in, and basically that's it. So now I'm just letting it rest while I do the other one. So the reason why you let the dough rest is because it will be easier for you to work with once it's had the chance to rest for a bit. Now with this second dough, I'm basically doing the same thing. With the first dough, it was a little bit dry, so I added 2 teaspoons. So I added 2 teaspoons of water into it, and that's it. And it was perfect afterwards. So you have to feel around with your dough. There's not a perfect recipe as such because you're using egg for moisture, and sometimes eggs can vary in size depending on where you buy it. So just feel it about, but you could almost see in the video that it was too dry. And once I added those 2 teaspoons, it was a lot easier for me to sort of bring it together. Sort of, what's it called? I don't even know what it's called, but just to massage it together.
Oh, wouldn't leave me here alone. 'Cause I got clean for you. No necessity, I want to treat you how your mom would do. As long as you stay, you can't lose. You make me feel like a queen. I'll prepare your kingdom. Ain't no ifs or in betweens. I know that you're the one to make you feel happy. Happy, you are mine. To make you feel happy, I would spend all of my time today.
Alright guys, so now that your mixture's done, all you need to do is basically run it through your pasta maker, or you can roll it out. I recommend to get a pasta maker because the rolling out will take forever and the pasta maker is very quick. So the pasta maker that I have is this one. It cost me £20 from Tesco here in the UK. I'm not sure how much it would be in America, but I'm pretty sure you can get one very inexpensive. I bought the exact same one. My first one broke, but they replaced it at the store because I used it one time, so it must have been a faulty product, but they replaced it straight away. And since then I've used it a few times and it's not broken, so it's lasted me very well. And I'm just gonna show you how I set up my pasta maker as well. Okay, so all you do to the pasta, all I'm doing now is getting it as flat as I possibly can with my hands. This is why it's good when you separate it into 4 pieces. It makes it a lot easier for you when you're running it through. So I just got it really flat. Ooh. Just get it really flat. Change the setting. The setting on mine goes up to 9, and so the lower the setting, the wider the opening will be to allow the dough to run through it. So I'm going to change my setting to number 1, which opens it wide for me, and then I run the dough through it. You can keep running it through while you go down with the knob. But what I do to make it a little bit easier is I create a circle. So when you pull that in, you create a circle. And now you just feed it through. Then I go to number 2. I'll probably run it through twice on each setting. Number 3. Run a knife across, cut it out, and roll it out. And then there you go. There's your piece. Lasagna sheets. Then all you would need to do is basically cut it in half. So when you cut it in half, you've got your lasagna sheets ready, your fresh lasagna sheets. So I just moved the handle to this side. So this is the flattener side, and this side just cuts the pasta. So I've got 2 options. I can cut it into spaghetti. I can cut it into tagliatelle pieces. When you flatten it as well, you want to make sure that it's in a sort of square shape, and it's in a shape that will easily run through without coming on the sides. So it's sort of like a rectangle shape that I'm creating. I'm creating one as neatly rectangular as I can, and then just change the setting back to numero 1. By the way, if you find that your pasta is breaking, it's because it's too dry. Or if it's getting sticky, sometimes if it's breaking because it's getting stuck to the sides, it's too wet. So all you need to do is just add more flour. So if you were to make this by hand, you'd be cobbling out for a very long time to get the pieces that thin. The pasta's all done. Now to eat it, you have to make sure that the water's boiled before you put the pasta in. So I normally boil hot water in the kettle and then pour it into the pan containing this pasta and then stir it a little bit. Now that's all you do basically, and eat it with whatever you would normally eat pasta with. What I love about making my own pasta is that there's no preservatives, there's no additional anything that may not be good for you or that's unnecessary to be in your food. Also, I can then be in charge of the flavor of the pasta. Like with this one, you could add paprika, you can add garlic, you can add herbs, and like basically play around with it, and you can make any form of pasta you want. With the coloring, you can play around with beetroot or any other form of natural food coloring rather than buying the store-bought food coloring, because a lot of them contain things that you want to avoid using. So if you want green, maybe you'll go for spinach, because that's green in color. Now if you want all you would need to do in that case is just blend it and add it to the pasta, really. And now if you want red, like again beetroot, and purple, maybe like blueberries. I know it sounds a bit weird because it's so sweet and savory, but I think it could work. But just like things like that, I'm sure there's other videos as well here on YouTube with colored pasta to let you know what to use. So just have a look around if it's something that you're interested in. Obviously it does take a little bit of time. It's not as easy as popping to the store and buying it. I love it personally, and I think you should at least try it once. And the pasta maker is inexpensive, and obviously you get many uses out of it. And me and Joe love the homemade fresh pasta. And if you're making lasagna and you make it from scratch as well, that's gonna be like the best lasagna in the world, let's face it. But other than that, I hope this video was easy for you to follow. And if you have any suggestions, if you have any questions, if you already make your own pasta, let me know. If you're gonna try this, make sure to post a picture on Instagram or something and tag me so I know that you've tried it. But just let me know, keep me posted. And again, if you've got suggestions, if you've made this before, make sure to come on, bring them forward. I can handle feedback. Just let me know any feedback that you've got in terms of this video or in terms of when I'm making pasta. All right, guys. Ciao. Bye. Arrivederci. Asovaneci. Arrivederci. Ciao. Before I forget as well, I forgot to mention, so all I do with the pasta is basically lay it out flat for it to dry out, or you can put it in the freezer flat, or bunch it up like this. So this is the pasta. Then all you need to do is wrap it around, drop it into your hand, put it all on a tray, like in different piles of this, and just pop it in the freezer. I prefer to dry it because I think the freezer is just long, but you can do it that way. And then when you're boiling it, just boil the water and just throw it in. That's how you can do it. But I prefer to just let it air dry. Normally we eat it within about 2-3 days anyway, because you know, me and Joe love pasta. But if you're vegan, I would say maybe just do it with the water, so you can put everything else and just rather than eggs. So do it with water instead. I don't know how that's gonna taste because I've never tried it, but you won't know unless you try it. Right, bye, bye, bye. There you go, guys. So that's my pasta dish all done. So that's just chicken, some grilled chicken on top. And Joe can't be asked to wait, so he's already munching. How is it, Bab?
I don't want to be on camera.
How is it, Bab?
Makeup on. My ears not done. It's delicious. Look at it. What's not to like? Chicken, pasta, broccoli, carrot. I don't know what was that. Aubergine.
Courgette.
Same thing.
No.
And chicken.
How's the pasta, Bab?
As long as it's chicken.
I'm asking you about the pasta because that's what I showed them how to make.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Is it the best pasta you've ever had?
Yeah, because it's with chicken.
So the chicken is making it the best pasta you ever had.
You play me like Tumbo, like Tumbo. Rolling with guys I don't know.